Hello everyone, this is Neha Sharma once again with you. Today in this video, we will once again learn about imperative sentences. Dear students, imperative sentences are the sentences which are used to give requests, command, proposals, suggestions, advice, etc. Here I am not talking about simple imperative sentences, but we have to learn here that how to change the direct speech into indirect speech when in the reported speech we will get the imperative sentences which start with let us. Okay, so this is the topic, that how to change the sentences in reported speech when they are getting started with let us. Okay, so that is the issue, that is the topic for today. So here it is written that how rules of let us in imperative sentences. So when we speak something with this let us go for walk. What we do? We suggest something, we propose something. Let us have lunch outside today. So what is that? It's a proposal, it's one of the suggestion, right? So this is what let us. Dear students, here I am talking about let us, and after that we will talk about let plus some different pronouns also. So rules of let us. Here you have to keep in mind, it is very important that when the sentence in the reported speech is getting started with let us, right, that said to, this is very important thing, said to, which is called reported speech, that is replaced by proposed to. It's proposed to, PROPOSED, proposed to, or suggested to. ठीक है, जब भी आपके पास सेंटेंस लेट अस से शुरू होगा, आप उसका जो सेड टू है, रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब जो है, दैट विल बी चेंज्ड इनटू प्रपोज्ड टू और सजेस्टेड टू. प्लीज कीप इन माइंड आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट लेट अस, राइट. Second thing, the commas and the inverted commas. Earlier we learned in the simple imperative sentences that we have to write down two, right? But here commas and inverted commas are replaced by that. Replaced by that. अगर आपका सेंटेंस रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में लेट अस से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, सो जो कॉमास और इन्वर्टेड कॉमास या जिसको हम कोटेशन मार्क भी कहते हैं, दैट चेंजेस और दैट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय दैट. ठीक है, सिंपल सेंटेंसेस में वो टू वहाँ पे लिखा जाता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे दैट यूज होगा. थर्ड एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, दिस वर्ड लेट अस जो कि सेंटेंस में लिखा हुआ होगा इन द रिपोर्टेड स्पीच, सो दैट लेट अस विल बी चेंज्ड विद वी शुड or they should. Now we have to learn when we have to write down we should and when we have to write down they should. So this is the fourth point which I have written for you. If either the subject or the object, here I am talking about the subject or the object in reported speech is first person. What I am talking about? First person, that is what? I, right? So if it is first person, the words we should are used. ठीक है, अगर आपका जो ऑब्जेक्ट और जो सब्जेक्ट अगर रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में फर्स्ट पर्सन में दिया हुआ है, आई में दिया हुआ है, और प्लूरल क्या होता है उसका? वी. ठीक है, तो हमें उसको चेंज करना है वी शुड में. क्लियर? एंड इफ if these are in third person, what these? We are talking once again the object and the subject. If these are in third person, means he, she, it, they, right? अगर यही he, she, it और they में लिखा हुआ है, then the words they should are used. This is very important. Once again I am telling you, here we are studying the rules when the reported speech is given with the let us. It is getting started with let us in imperative sentences. So what we have to change? Said to we have to change into proposed to or suggested to. Second one, the commas in the inverted commas we have to replace with that, as we did in simple sentences. Third, very important, let us, जो word होगा let us, that should be changed with we should or they should. When we will get the subject or the object in the first person in the first person, I and we, then we have to use we should. But if that object or the subject we will get in the third person, that is what he, she, it, they, then we have to use they should. Okay, very important. Now let's practice the sentences. He said to his wife, let us go for shopping. So here the very important thing is what said to. This said to we have to change, right? Second thing is what? Commas, inverted commas we have to remove. Third important thing, the sentence is imperative in getting started with let us. What we have to do here? He said to his friends. Now the subject here is what? It is in third person. So what we have to do when it is in third person, you have to use they should instead of let us. Okay, so how to write the sentence? Let's check. He said to. The said to changes into proposed to or suggested to. So he suggested to or proposed to, anything you can write down here, there's no worries. He suggested to his wife, commas you have to change with that, right? Now this let us we have to change because the subject is he, which is third person. So that what we have to do? They should. So we will do they should, right? They should. They should then go for shopping. This go went में change नहीं होगा, बस जो change करना था हमने वो कर दिया है. Go for shopping. It's quite simple, but याद रखना पड़ेगा कि जब भी सेंटेंस इम्पेरेटिव फॉर्म में है और लेट अस से शुरू हो रहा है तो उसके जो कॉमाज हैं और इन्वर्टेड कॉमाज हैं, वी हैव टू रिमूव दैट कॉमाज विद दैट. Let us we have to remove with they should or we should. We have to use they should if subject and object is in third person, and we have to use we should when the subject or the object is in first person. Clear? So this is kind of change. And here at the place of suggested to, you could use proposed to also. Clear? Next is, he said to them, let us not quarrel with each other. Again, the sentences of the same kind which we are doing. Let's check. In reported clause, the reported speech is said to, which we have to change into suggested to or proposed to. Clear? Second one is what here? Commas and inverted commas. That we have to replace with that. Exactly. Again, the sentence is imperative in getting started with let us. So this let us we have to change either with we should or they should. We have to check the subject, that is what he, which is in third person. So here we will use they should. Clear? If it is I said to him, so then we will do we should. Clear? Okay, so he said to them, let us not quarrel with each other. So what is the answer of this? He is the speaker, that will remain same. Said to will be proposed to, P-R-O-P-O-S-E-D, or suggested to. Anything you like you can write down here. He proposed to them. Commas you have to remove with that. Now this let us you have to remove with he, that is what? Third person. So what you have to do? They should. Now the sentence is negative. You have to add that not word also. Not quarrel. Q-U-A-R-R-E-L. With each other. With each other. Okay, so the next and the last example of this kind, let us. I hope you got it now how to do. So they said to us, let us go for a walk. What is the answer? Let us go for a walk. So what we have to sort out first, one thing is said to, that we have to change with what? Said to change with proposed to or suggested to, right? Commas we have to change, commas, inverted commas, we have to add that instead of commas. Let us we have to use what? Let us we have to use what? Let us we have to change with they should or we should, right? So when it is in third person, here it is in third person once again. So instead of they, let me write here I. So it will be what? first person. I said to, here you can change, I said to her, okay, because this will tell you that how to write down, how to change, how to use we should when it is given in first person. So that's why I have changed here. I said to her, commas, let us go for a walk. So it is what? I said to her. I is what? First person. Clear? This I we have to change with what? We should. Here it is written clearly in this rule. If it is in first person, we have to do we should. Right? So I said to her. This is I suggested her or proposed her. So I am taking here suggested her. I suggested her. Clear? Now this is commas. We have to remove that with that. Now this let us we have to remove with, we have to change into what? We should or they should. Because this is I here, which is first person. So we will write down here what? We should. Clear? That we should go for a walk. Go for a walk. So this is what we have learned here, that how to change the sentences when we have sentences which are starting with letters in the form of imperative sentences. Second important thing you have to learn. Here I have told you let us. But the very important thing here I will tell here with the help of these two sentences. Here you may notice he said let me go. He said let me go. Sentence kind of the sentence, nature of the sentence is imperative. Let me go, right? But here you will notice that here it is let me. It is not let us. We have done the rule for let us with these all changes. But if here it is not let us, so how to change? We have to think, we have to take this as normal imperative sentence, and then we have to change. For example, he said, right? So this said we have to change with requested, because this let me go, so the person is requesting, no, कि मुझे जाने दो, तो ये request ही तो है. So यहाँ आपको he requested. Now the receiver is not given here, so there's no need to write down. So he requested to, now this word let you will write down as let, and me changes into him. Okay, he said because here it is, so with that you have to change let him go. Let him go. This is very important thing कि जब sentence let me से शुरू हो रहा है, let us से नहीं शुरू हो रहा, तब हमको उसको इन rules के हिसाब से change नहीं करना है. We have to take that as simple imperative and that we have to change. So what I read, he said let me go. Answer is he requested, because the kind of the sentence which is being used here in the commas, in the inverted commas, that is what? That's a kind of request. मुझे जाने दो. That's a request. So he requested to let him go. Right? This is the style we will follow. Second sentences. Now she said, let the child go home. It is again one. It is let the child. It is not let us. So what we will do here, now this said we have to change. What she gave? She gave the permission, no? So this permission is also imperative sentence. Okay, you can go. Right? Go now. That is what? Imperative. So here she said that let the child go home. So here she is permitting. So she permitted. Permitted. She permitted. To whom she is permitting? The child. Okay, so then we will check here, write down here. She permitted the child to go home. She permitted the child to go home. Okay, or here he requested to let him go, and here she permitted the child to go home. Right? So like this you have to change. So these were the exceptions which are starting with let but not starting with let us. So when it is not starting with let us, you have to check, you have to take them as normal imperatives. So this is what we have learnt about direct and indirect speech when the reported speech was given in imperative sentences. In the next video, we will learn the exclamatory sentences, means when the reported speech is given in exclamatory sentences. Thank you for today, and keep on studying, keep on learning the rules and regulation, keep on practicing in your practice book too. Thank you very much.